What's up, guys? Welcome to W Wing. Today we will be unpacking our Ifak. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? I'm Jabril Blackwell, founder of Blackwell Training Group, and today, finally, we have a good video. I've been waiting to do this video for a little while. We are going to be unpacking my Ifak, okay? So we're going to literally jump right into it. So what is an Ifak? An Ifak is an acronym, okay? It's IFAK, and that stands for Individualized First Aid Kit. Now, an individualized first aid kit means a first aid kit that has been put together and built specifically with a person in mind, or specifically with what that person is going to have to deal with and the reason they're carrying that Ifak in the first place. So, in my background, I work armed security. The things that I have in my Ifak, because I'm working armed security, is based around stopping life-threatening bleeding. So everything in my Ifak is going to revolve around that. Some necessities that I deem necessities for stopping life-threatening blood loss, right? So with that being said, I don't carry Band-Aids in my Ifak, obviously, because Band-Aids weren't intended for stopping life-threatening blood loss. They were intended for small cuts, things like that. So I'm not going to have that. I have other things in my Ifak, but we're going to go through everything in it, and we're going to see all the goodies inside. All right, so here is my Ifak. All right, this is a leg pouch where the top straps around my waist and the bottom straps down here, they go right around my leg. Now, the reason I picked that particular design is because I like my Ifak to be right here in front of me. I'm able to reach it with both of my hands. I'm able to look down and see where I'm reaching and what I'm grabbing at and things like that. It's a lot easier for me. I've trained with this in this configuration. It doesn't get in my way. I pretty much am able to do all of the things that I would do had my Ifak been on my back or strapped to my vest or anything like that. Whenever I'm on the range, I usually have it on me. I carry it on my body. When I'm in different classes, if I'm teaching, I keep it right there. I move around with it a lot so that I get used to the feeling of that thing being there. I get training with it being there. That way, if I'm actually, working or I have it there and I'm using it, I need to utilize it, I already have that go-to. It's right there and I'm ready to rock and roll with it. Now, other people, they might keep their Ifaks, like I said before, strapped to their vest in the back or even strapped to their belt. They have some that come into a small pouch that you're able to unfold. There are a lot of different designs out there, and I would say pick the one that best suits you and your needs. It's individualized, right? So everyone is going to be a little bit different. And then once you pick an Ifak type of style, then train with it, practice with it, do your dry fire with it, walk around the house with it, things like that. So you get used to that weight being on your body and you get used to knowing where it is at all times, so that way you can go right for it if you need to. Now, we're going to jump in and unpack it. Right off the top here, in my first top pouch, I know I reach in and I have gloves, okay? I also got a pen in there too. So gloves are very, very important for an Ifak, okay? Especially when you're talking about dealing with life-threatening blood loss. That means there's going to be blood. You don't want to be touching blood, of course, with your bare hands, obviously, right? So I keep a couple pair of gloves in my Ifak at all times. Right at the top pouch, I'm able to unzip it, grab them, put them right on. It's right the first thing that I reach for. Now, I carry a couple different pair for the reasoning that if I have to move from one person to the next, I don't want to take my bloody gloves and then go possibly take that blood and put it on someone else, put it in someone else's wound or on their body. So I keep multiple pairs with me at all times. And in case one rips or anything like that, I always have a backup, right? So it's always good keeping a couple pair of gloves in your Ifak. Next, I'm going to go ahead and pop it open here, and this is like the main pouch. I'm going to go in here, and first thing I'm going to pull out is my tourniquet, okay? So tourniquets are really, really important. We understand that Tourniquets are for arterial blood loss on one of your limbs, right? Your legs, your arms. You can't tourniquet your torso. You can't tourniquet your head. If you have a gunshot wound or a cut, large cut, something like that on any of your limbs, that is, you hit an artery and the blood is coming out, it's rushing out, that bright red blood, you want to get a tourniquet on it ASAP. I'm going to eventually do another video based on each of these tools that I have in my Ifak, so that we can kind of do a dive deep on them. In my Ifak, I carry 2 tourniquets. I carry 2 tourniquets in my Ifak, and then I also have another tourniquet that I keep on my belt. Okay, so I usually have 3 total, because in the world they will say 1 tourniquet is none, 2 is 1, 3 is 2. Next in, I've got my trauma bandage. Okay, this is my emergency trauma bandage. It's again going to be used to wrap around a wound that is again giving out a lot of that blood that's going to cause life-threatening issues there. Everything in here, like I said before, everything in here is meant to prevent the loss of life. So nothing in here is going to be used on like a small scrape or a scratch. This is sealed. Some other things that people call it like an Israeli bandage. So like if you're looking up, these emergency trauma bandages, they also come under the name Israeli bandage as well. Put that on the side. Next, I got rolls of gauze. I've got a lot of gauze. Gauze. Now, all of the gauze in here, these rolls, they're going to be used for wound packing. Okay, so wound packing is when you're literally packing the gauze inside of a wound. So let's say you've got a gunshot wound. It's deep, you can see it. Now, you want to wound pack in the areas, people say up here in the shoulder area, but mainly below the belly button. Below the belly button into like the groin area. If you have a life-threatening injury there that can be wound packed, you want to wound pack there, or like in the buttocks in the back. You don't want to wound pack in the torso. Okay, that's an absolute no-no. Whoa, hit the mic right there. Absolute no-no. We don't want to wound pack into the torso. Not good at all, because you don't want this gauze to be anywhere in your chest cavity. It's no good. Don't do it. So wound packing again, shoulders, below the belly button in the groin area or buttocks. Carry plenty of gauze for that. Next in here, for your chest area or your back, I have vented chest seals. All right, vented chest seals. Now, these, again, like I said, are for the torso. These are between the shoulders down to the belly button. So these vented chest seals, what they are, they're like stickers. I'm going to open this one up, actually, so that you don't have to open up yours. You can actually see what it looks like on the inside. So when I take this out of the packet, open up, baby. This is what it looks like. It's here, and it's going to come with some gauze here. You use this gauze to clean up the wound. You locate the wound. You use this to wipe all of the excess blood away from the outside or right around the wound. And this here, you can see it has those vents in it. You're going to unpeel the sticky part, like the back of it. You're going to stick this directly over top of the wound. Now, what this does is it allows any air that's caught inside to breathe out. It doesn't allow air in. It also allows any blood that gets caught in your lungs. If your lungs are starting to fill up with blood, the vents will also allow the blood to be able to vent out. So that way you can keep those cavities clear of any air coming in, or any blood that's stuck in there, it'll vent it out. And it's a seal, so that way it won't allow anything in. And these are, again, used for sucking chest wounds, right? And you can identify a sucking chest wound if you see a hole in like the chest area here or in the back. You notice the hole, and you will hear it's like a hissing sound when people are breathing. When they're breathing, they got that hole in their chest. You hear that hissing sound that's coming from that hole. Again, that's a sucking chest wound. You want to get a chest seal on that ASAP. And again, you have the gauze there, and you want to check, of course, to see if you notice the entry wound or the exit wound, you want to check on the other side to see if there's one there too, because you'll need a chest seal on that hole as well. And okay, last but definitely not least, we've got Quick Clot. All right, so Quick Clot, it's a type of gauze that stops bleeding. Of course, it causes, in the name, it causes blood to clot. So you can use that to actually stop the blood from coming out as well. And this comes in a little packet. It's just got gauze in there that you're able to take out, put directly onto a wound. Next. That's all that's in there. Oh, on the outside here, I have a pair of shears. All right, shears are important for cutting clothes, getting that initial cut. You can be able to rip clothing, cut clothing to be able to access a wound so that you can do all of the first aid necessities that you need for that wound. Also, oh, here it is. I know it fell out somewhere. Also, back to the tourniquet, keep a Sharpie for that as well so that you're able to write down the time that you apply the tourniquet. What else do I have over here in these side pockets? I got an ace bandage. This is, wow, this is actually one of the extra things that I have in there. I have a mask. And on the other side, I know I have more gauze in this over here. Yeah, more gauze. And that is pretty much it for my Ifak. In this small pouch here, this is where I keep more gauze. More gauze and more gauze. Oh. And I keep, these are some of the base necessities that I kept on me from my old first aid kit. I have some sunscreen lotion here, some ointment. The packet that just fell was poison insect cream that you can be able to put on. And I have some towelettes there to clean, mostly for cleaning the hands. But like I said, the majority of what's in my Ifak is going to be for stopping life-threatening blood loss. That's everything that's in mine. Again, yours is going to look different, okay? So yours, you're going to have things that are geared toward you. You might have, severe asthma, so you're going to keep an inhaler. Oh my gosh, I don't know where that came from. You're going to keep an inhaler in your Ifak. If you have a peanut allergy, for example, you're going to have an EpiPen in your Ifak, okay? Now, Ifaks are good for an individual, one person. I usually, if I go out to work, I carry double of what is already in here because I'm going to be possibly administering to myself or possibly another team member, another civilian that's down. So I'm going to make sure that I have what I need for that particular Ifak. I usually carry more gear when I'm out and about. It's good to have an Ifak for the individuals in your home, or having a first aid kit, a big first aid kit that has things like this along with the band-aids and things like that. I hope this video helped you guys. Again, each Ifak is going to look different, and if you have any questions about building one, I put all this stuff together. Most of the stuff I got off of Amazon. I'll put links to some of the things below in the description. But yeah, again, I hope this video was super beneficial to you guys. Leave a comment, subscribe. Just engage my video as much as possible. I appreciate it so much, being a new gun channel. I'm trying to get out and about in the world. I'm trying to get noticed. And again, as always, guys, thank you. But make sure you study, make sure you act, and then repeat. All right, guys. Click the videos that pop up right around here. Check them out. Check my playlist out. We're going to have more coming out. Like I said, this is W-Wing. We're focused on medical in this playlist right here. So check out my other playlists, my other videos. Take it easy.